What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the week 2 of the BBR-D. My name is Soulblaze, and we're back into it with the week 2 team builder, followed by the week 2 battle. So, after making huge waves in the week 1, bro, if you haven't seen the video, please go check it out. Spent a lot of time, you know, making the thumbnail, making it look okay. So I would appreciate you go showing that some support. That battle was baller. Go and check it out. This week we're going up against CJ Jensen. Don't remember the team name, Phoenix something. My bad. My opponent and all the other BBR-D coaches will be down in the description below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into it. In this week's team builder, we got none other than the boy, huge Raging Bolt, coming back. Terra, baby. If this isn't the first slide in every single one of my team builders, then you already know I'm doing something wrong or I'm playing a fool. This is a beast. And fun fact, we're actually bringing Cobra Cloak for a second time in a row. So I'm bringing Terrorbolt in the two first games it's coming to. Both the games, it got the Cobra Cloak. This time, it's for the Jirachi Serene Graze. Bullshit. I resist the Iron Head even if I Terra. So, you know, we don't want to get stuck in that. So he definitely, you know, Zen Headbutt and all that BS is still a thing. But with Cobra Cloak, hopefully it doesn't get knocked off early. If that remains intact, then we have a good odds against Jirachi. I also just felt like with his ground type being Flygon, weak to Dragon, I don't really need Ice like I felt like I did last week. I can just hit it with a Dragon Pulse. It's doing stupid damage, and hopefully it packs up most Flygons, so that should be fine. The only problem is he outspeeds me. So you can go for an EQ, you can go for an Earth Power, you can go for something like that. I predicted to be Earth Power specifically because it doesn't really get good physical ground coverage. So I predicted to be special with Earth Power instead of Earthquake, because Earthquake obviously doesn't work in the terrain matchup. But either way, hopefully it doesn't kill us and we kill it right back. If we Terra, we're actually not weak to the Dragon part, but we're still weak to the ground part. So that is a little bit of a, you know, but that is Raging Bolt. You know, when you're loving 252 special attack T-Bolt, there's a little bit more of a switching style Bolt this time. It's got the Dragon Tail to switch out enemy setup. Just like Jirachi, for example, like Sarud, all that BS. Can't use it on Enam, unfortunately, but it's weak to Electric, so I don't really feel like I need it. And we have Volt Switch to switch ourselves out, hopefully on a switch or something. So we can get some momentum going and get in our other hitters as well, or we can just fire off Thunderbolt. Once Flygon is gone, even on resist, there's not a lot on this team that wants to tank a T-Bolt. Maybe AV Hitmontop or AV Muck, maybe like a really tanky Decidueye, maybe like a really tanky Bellibolt, but Pyro is going down, Enam's going down, depending on the Terra type on Zarud. Weavel's going down, Blastoise going down, you already know, doing huge chunk to Jirachi. So Raging Bolt, I need you to come through this week, man. I need you to come through for me, bro. Next up, we have the Lando. You know, it's exactly to the fucking point the same set as last week, but there's one change, and one change only. This time, we're running Choice Scarf. Why are we running Choice Scarf? Well, because if we don't, Weavile comes in and taps us. It's straight like that. So we need Choice Scarf to outspeed it. If it's Scarf, it's Jover anyway. Nothing I can do about that. But if it is Scarf and locked into an Ice move, maybe I can take advantage of that by going into Terrorbolt and or maybe some of my other members on the team that might be able to deal with it a little more effectively. The huge thing here is if it's like just 252 Ice Shard, it doesn't kill us. That's the huge part. We also have some other tools in the back we're coming later to make that even better for us. But hopefully Choice Scarf U-turn should pick it off at a good range, or you know, the same coverage just kind of goes crazy. You know, EQ, no Earth Power, it hits Jirachi, hits Muck, hits Bellibolt, hits Pyro for super effective. Depending on Zarud Terra type, we have Sludge Wave to make it pivot, U-turn to make it pivot into another type with the Terra. And then we also just got like Psychic to hit Muck and Hitmontop harder. And yeah, Sludge Wave is for stuff like Enam. Yeah. So it's Lando. It's the same Lando, bro. Yes, okay, Rillaboom, not banded this time. This time, Rillaboom is coming on with a little bit of a different angle. I wanted a kind of a defensive Rillaboom, but that also a Rillaboom that hits hard. This is not really a super speedy Rillaboom. It's not Scarf, it's not 252. It does have some speed into it, just to outspeed some of those 70 threats, like Hitmontop and Decidueye and stuff like that, because we don't want to be catching unnecessary triple X's or Poltergeist or whatever it may be. But Grassy Seed will get us some extra defense. I still have access to Grassy Glide, so I can go before Weavile, pick it off out of range. If I don't, hopefully I live something if I'm really healthy and I have the +1 defense from Grassy Seed. But it also enables the Acrobatics, which is pretty huge, because it enables us to get rid of the defensive walls of, well, not walls, but the more defensive hard typings that kind of our team struggles more with, which is the grass typing of Zarude and Decidueye, and the fighting typing of Hitmontop. We get those out the way, we either deal a huge chunk to them, kill them, or force them to change typing, which I'm really down for. And then high horsepower, we already talked about how good ground stab is here, so I kind of packed some ground stab. Did not go ground Terra on Bolt because obviously I'm setting up the terrain for scary grass threats like Zarude and Decidueye, and then I'm also leaving myself weak to Weavile's ice typing, so I did not want to go ground in this matchup. But this should do good. It should also stop any Shell Smash Blastoise action because we got the glides. I don't predict Shell Smash Blastoise, even though I am scared of it, just because it does deal huge damage to my team. So we're a little bit prepared for everything. That's a Rillaboom. Adamant. Let's go, Rillaboom. Okay, Boomer. Do it to him, Boomer. Yes, Klefki. Same set as last time. No, it's not. We changed up 2 of the moves and we changed its defensive utility. So basically it's Fizz Def this time to be able to set up Reflect on stuff like Weavile. I get it. I does get that it gets Brick Break, but that's why we have Flash Cannon and Draining Kiss. If it's in range of Flash Cannon, we Flash Cannon. If not, then we can Draining Kiss and heal ourselves while chipping that down, and then we can get up a Reflect later. Reflect and Light Screen are huge in this matchup. There's a lot of physical threats in Weavile, Zarude, Decidueye, Flygon, potentially Hitmontop, stuff like that, Jirachi. There's also some good special threats, Shell Smash Blastoise, setup, mostly setup options, but setup Jirachi, setup Enam. Yeah, so we need, I feel like we need both screens anyway. Doesn't have the best way to remove them outside of using like Brick Break, but yeah. So we force Weavile out with this. We're Fizz Def. We can set up some screens to help some other team members out on some ranges and rolls. So no spikes this time, and the reason I didn't bring spikes is because he has 2 spinners, Blastoise and Hitmontop. Like, I go in and I get a spike up, and then you can just rapid spin it, and I don't really feel like that's worth. Yeah, I could like hard go Gengar on that, but Gengar doesn't have the best like matchup wise into AV Hitmontop, for example. It's going to be hard, so I did not necessarily want to bring spikes this week, although there are some grounded mons that I do have the benefit of getting spikes chip on that I do recognize. Next up, we have a new member coming. Cinccino is making its first appearance this time. We have the just like Skill Link setup set. It's not loaded die. We're running Skill Link. It's not loaded die Technician, and that's just like because I felt like Triple Axel was good here too, hitting the double grass, forcing the Terra, hitting the Enam, and that's just Triple Axel, right? So with Skill Link, Triple Axel, like, it does check the accuracy each time, but it does make sure that all 3 hits are executively coming. So it's not like so for example, if I miss the first hit, I think that's how it works. If I miss the first hit, the Triple Axel just stops. But with Skill Link, I can miss the first one, it stops, and then I go to the second one, and then it checks that, and then the third one, and then it checks that. That's how I think it works. I'm not too sure about that. Someone make sure down in the comments below. All I heard was that Skill Link make sure Triple Axel hits 3 times, and that I like that, to be honest. And then Tail Slap, obviously. Don't miss on that fucking 85%. I know Wide Lens is so good on this, just because of my multi-hit moves not being 100% except for like Bullet Seed, but it also works for Rock Blast. So Wide Lens is super good on this, but I have to run Protective Pass this week just because I'm specifically scared of 5th Def Rocky Helmet Muck. Or, you know, Jirachi can be Rocky Helmet too. Blastoise can be Rocky Helmet. But my point area is, I think Muck just switches into Rillaboom really nice. And it's going to just be Fizz Def, and it's going to be Rocks, and I'm going to take Chip a lot. And I don't want that to happen. So we have the protective pads to stop that from happening. Oh, cool line. Okay, and we got knockoff to remove items. So if we do remove that Rocky Helmet, or we do remove a Scarf, or we do remove a Band or something like that, that's also huge. We do also hit Jirachi super effectively now. We don't really get stalled by Tail Slap Triple Axle if we tidy up. Then we can get the knockoff. It also has a removal on my side for stuff that he wants to set up. Stuff like Stealth Rock with the Jirachi that we want to get away. And it also makes sure that I clean away any subs. Because if he predicts me to switch with something like Weavile, Cinccino out, and I want to swap out, maybe if I'm low HP and he can't, like, just out of range of Ice Shard, for example, he predicts me to swap out and sets up a sub, wants to SD or just go for straight damage, I can tidy up, stay in, I can live the following Ice Shard, and I can kill him, which would be pretty cool. So it has like a dual purpose, but yeah, straightforward sweep, special, no physical attacker. That's Cinccino. Hopefully coming through and getting a couple of kills, you know what I'm saying? And last but not least, we got the king! Medicham! Bro, people have been doubting Medicham since the break of dawn, man. Since the early days of Gen 3. Holy shit, this thing is a beast. Picking up 2 kills on its debut. Man, this thing is crazy. We got the Trailblaze and the Clear Amulet. Oh my Jesus days, man. But this week, we're bringing a Bullet Punch. And the reason we're bringing a Bullet Punch is because of the Enam Weavile. Both of them outspeed us. And they can run Scarf effectively. I wanted to run Banded Bullet Punch, but the reason I don't do that is because if I Banded Bullet Punch and they swap out into something like Blastoise, sets up a Shell Smash, or they go Zarude, sets up an SD, it's lights out. We don't want to do that. But we have the Expert Belt, so that the Bullet Punch does hit the Weavile, does hit the Enam very, very hard. The reason we're jolly is because we do need to outspeed stuff like Hitmontop and Decidueye, because if we don't, we're just straight up going to get murdered by those guys. And we don't want that to happen now, do we? Fire Punch for Jirachi, Bullet Punch for the following that I mentioned. Close Combat if Zarude wants to stay like Dark. Close Combat also just puts in the work against this team. I do recognize that it had the Intimidate user is there, the Hitmontop, but Psycho Cut does crazy damage against Hitmontop, and it has the high crit ratio to bypass the negative -1 from Intimidate, and this just goes so hard. It hits the Decidueye, Close Combat just straight up murders, and Bullet Punch hopefully doing some work. So we're coming into this battle with high hopes for Medicham. You've been solid so far. Need you to clutch up this week. Hopefully you get at least 1 kill. It's so fun to see how people are doubting you, and you just keep getting on the straightest up. You just keep pulling up with the work. So hopefully that stays true for this week. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And without any further ado, we'll head straight into the battle. No Terra Captain this week. Okay, good luck, have fun. So we are playing CJ Jensen, I believe his name is. Really strong team. Here we go. No Terra Captain. Wow. Okay, so let's see what we got then. Muck. There's the Muck. There's the Muck. Pyroar. Interesting. Enam. Weavile. Expected that to come. Flygon and Blastoise. None of them can Terra. Because the Zarude is not here. Big surprise. Okay, well. The question is, I kind of, not gonna lie, kind of feel like this is pretty free. But then again, I feel like this is pretty free. Like, no Jirachi either? That's crazy. Doesn't feel like it wants to get up rocks either. Like, there's no way he just hard kills my Bolt though, is it? I have a really hard time seeing him kill Bolt. So I'll lead Bolt. Hopefully I get a slow Volt Switch into Cinccino and just try go for game, honestly. Something like that. Maybe Klefki, I don't know. We have Volt Switch this week. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Make sure to go and follow all the wonderful people down in the description, the owner and the other BBR-D League coaches. Looking forward to playing this battle with you. And no matter what happens, good luck, have fun. He's down to the second. Oh, okay. Very well. I do believe it is. I predict Muck to be like T-Spikes, Rocky Helmet, Max Fizdef. I probably talked about this in the Teambuilder. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting, but Weavile is scary, man. Like a banded Weavile. Leads the Simba. That is interesting. Okay, well. So Pyroar. I want to see the Raging Bolt versus the Pyroar. Yeah. Terra Electric just straight up kills this thing. So there is an obvious, you know, switch to be made here into the Flygon, in which case it could EQ and it could be kind of not good. But I feel like I could just go hard Rillaboom on that as well. But there is a really... yeah. I kind of want a Dragon Tail as well. I'm just going to Terra Electric straight up and I'm going to try and go for a Volt Switch. If he goes into Flygon, it goes into Flygon. It is what it is. We might shoot for a Dragon Pulse at that point. We'll see how much an Earthquake or like, I don't think it gets high horsepower, does it? I need to check this right now. Flygon, let's see it. Ground moves. Yeah. You have to run like Earth Power because on the physical side you don't really get anything that can hit me, so you have to kind of be special. We just Terra turn 1 and we try to go for a Volt Switch. Maybe he does something first. Overheat. It's gonna probably be Specs. Oh, that's strong. Probably Specs or something, I would guess. Oh, no, no, no. It is Eject Pack. Oh, and goes into the Flygon, do you? Do you predict me, though? Do you predict me? That's a great turn 1 play by him, if he goes Flygon here. Flubber, that's probably Flygon. No, okay. So I get the Volt Switch, which is huge for me. That's probably AV. That has to be AV. I think. Methinks. But my question is, either Medicham can come in here, or... because Muck, right? Defensive. This Medicham. Medicham packs him up. But the Cinccino at +1. Does that do anything here? Doesn't pack him up quite yet. So I think we just go Medicham here, honestly, because I don't want to lock this. I don't want him to knock off my Light Clay. I don't think going here is the play. I feel like Medicham here is the play. Could be an obvious Weavile switch in as well. I am aware of that. Because the Psychic move is pretty obvious. We could try and go for a Fire Punch sort of thing, predicting the Weavile as well. But who in their right mind switches in hard Weavile? And if anything, I can Bullet Punch the Weavile as well. Doesn't say that it kills me. So I kind of free to go for a Fire Punch just in case he goes hard Weavile. I want to try a Fire Punch predict here. Maybe we get the burn, which would be huge, and we get a massive chip as well. I feel like I have to make some predict because that opening play was just huge. I thought it was Specs at first. Was very, very scared of them going straight into Flygon and losing a lot there, but I'm going to try for a Fire Punch. They might stay in, which is also totally fine and fair. If they get the T-Spike, it's kind of bad for me. I do understand that, but I have to try and go for a play here. Because if he hard swaps the Weavile on the Psychic move, he gets so much here. Switches out, so not clicking the Psychic move. What's the right play? Let's see what he goes into. Lucy, who's this? Oh, well, you're going to take a lot either way. That's half. Alright, now, so that was half. You might be Babiri. You might very well be Babiri Berry. Yeah, but we're just gonna Bullet Punch here. I'm just gonna BP. He's probably Babiri Berry, but at this point, switching against an Enamorus is gonna be quite hard. So we're just gonna try and claim the kill here. Babiri? No! Enem goes down. Okay, cool. Q-Charm. Well, you're dead, so it doesn't matter. Alright, Medicham kills an Enamorus. That's kind of cute. Okay, we like that. Raging Bolt has taken a lot of damage, though. which is not what we want. But funnily enough, I don't think Raging Bolt is the strongest. You go Flygon. Okay, what do you want to do? Are you Bandit? Flygon. You might DD. Close combat has a really strong chance to kill, and even if I don't, then it's fine. Bullet Punch picks it up after. Really don't know why you went here. We're just gonna close combat. You might be Bandit as well. Okay, that's the U-turn off. That's cute. That's cute. But close combat hits everything. It hits literally everything. So we'll see. Like, it even does a solid amount of damage to Muck, and then I'm faster on the turn after. So you really... there's not a lot of plays you can make here, I feel like. Medicham, man. Already picking up a kill. I like that. Ooh. Kind of like it. I feel like it does have a good position here because Bullet Punch is just so nice against Weavile Enam, man. And then I'm probably faster than Blastoise. I did go not to be faster than Blastoise, so if it is max, whatever. Oh, this just drops straight up, I think. That should be a second kill here. Sacks it. All good. Minus defense now, so if he wants to go Flygon, I actually die. If he goes Weavile, that's also bad for obvious reasons. But he can't really Sword Stance if he goes Weavile. He has to kill me. And it's not like I could also go like Klefki on the Weavile. I think Klefki, if he's at +2, yeah, I'm not really scared of it, so I could go Klefki hard as well. Set up a Reflect. Take it from there. I do have a little bit more offensive moves on Klefki this time. But I am scared of the Brick Break, so we're just going to attack while Weavile is out and then set up screens against something else, and we'll see how that goes. Evan Rude. It is the Flygon again. I do believe it to be choiced in some manner. I am pretty defensive on my Rillaboom, though. We could just go Rillaboom here as well. Kind of liking that. I kind of like the Rillaboom play. Come back, Medicham. Come back. Come back to me. We are Grassy Seed. And even if you are special, that is also okay, because that means you're not Dragon Dance. And we pop the Seed to tank the U-turn better. Whatever he goes into, if he goes into Weavile, we might just, you know, go for some stuff. Earth Power, that's fine. Look at that! Look at that! Yeah, so he's special, which makes sense. Flygon, you can have Overheat as well, can you not? Yeah, Heat Wave and stuff like that. I don't think a Flygon with Timid for the Rillaboom. No Raging Bolt, Rillaboom, please. Not really scared of you. Flamethrower. Yeah, it does like half. And I can get good chip in here. I could also just straight up Woodhammer. I think he goes into the Muck though. So do I want to Woodhammer the Muck? Yeah, we'll Woodhammer it. Why not? Yeah, switches in the Muck probably. I could have gone for the high horsepower predict, but I am faster, so Flubber comes in. Yeah. It should be some damage either way. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I think it's Rocky Helmet. It's not. It appears to not be. So now I just go for the high horsepower. If he goes back into Flygon, it is what it is. Woodhammer only does a little bit to me, so there's definitely a play you could do there. But if I just keep Woodhammering against the Flygon as well, it should be pretty good for me, I think. I could also hard Medicham there if I'm baller, I hard Medicham there, bro. Maybe on the next turn. I think this should kill. Yeah, that kills. Muck is out. All good. Weavile, Flygon, and Blastoise, and I am +1 defense. 274. 274 against the Weavile. I feel like Weavile has to come in here. Triple Axle does not kill unless he's like some kind of item. Evinrude comes back in. I just feel like I would hammer this. I just feel like I would hammer this, and then we Grassy Glide the Weavile. Flamethrower should not kill. Did not kill. A Woodhammer is probably going to take both of us out here, if I had to guess. Yep. Kills the Flygon. And the Rillaboom. Okay, huge. It's the Blastoise. Okay, so the funny thing here is if it's Adamant Weavile. If it's Adamant Weavile, Ice Shard, do you kill my Landorus? You kind of do. And you kill my Raging Bolt. Medicham, you kill Medicham. Cinccino. I feel like I kind of have to go Klefki and try and set a Reflect up here. If he goes Blastoise, I set up the light screen. If he goes the other way, I set up the Reflect. I just feel like I want to set up both here. If he goes Weavile, I just attack. Because it could be Brick. Okay, so this is that. Huge. So now we just light screen. And then we Reflect. Sack something, come in and do something. Surf, all good. Reflect as well in case he wants to hard swap into Weavile. Don't think he has anything to break this. Surf, that's fine. It should be fine. I feel like now's the time to go into something like the Raging Bolt. I don't think you 2-hit KO me. Blastoise. Raging Bolt. With the Reflect and Light Screen up. Yeah, and then the Weavile. The Weavile should kill me, which is a little bit saddening. I could go into here and just tidy up as well. Maybe that's the better play. Or just attack. Cinccino. We want to try and save Def here. Because if I'm +1, I kill both. Yeah, I should be fine, honestly. We go here and we tidy up once and we try and get it. I do have Skill Link and Tail Slap, it just has to hit. Should be fine. Surf. We tank 1, we should tank 2, yeah. Now we tidy up in case he goes hard Weavile, and then we take it from there. It shouldn't clear screens, just sub and hazards. And now we just Tail Slap for the money. Tail Slap for the money. Let's do it. Hit it. That's gonna hit 5 times. And we live another Surf as well. It's pretty defensive. Maybe I don't think I live another Surf into Ice Shard. So if it has Ice Shard, it is what it is, but I would just do it again. I should have probably done knockoff there. Okay, we hit it. Huge. Now it's just the Weavile, which could be scary as fuck. But we have Scarf Lando, and we still have Klefki that can set Reflect back up, and we have Medicham, so it should be fine. Let's just do Weavile Medicham. Reflect is up, should not be able to kill me, and we just close combat that thing. Hack Tua! Close combat that thing! Sheesh! I could have probably 6-0'd this somewhere along the way. Maybe. Freddy, let's see if you have the Ice Shard. I'm very curious. I'm 27 HP. There's no way I don't die to an Ice Shard. Cinccino, Ice Shard. Yeah, it always kills. So let's see if you have it, first of all. It does have Ice Shard. Okay, cool. Then we just go the Medicham, and Medicham should pick up the job. Want to secure this dub? Ice Shard is a perfectly solid bring here. Ice Shard, yeah, I think we just close combat. It goes before me, so Ice Shard, yeah. Close combat. If it's Sash, we Bullet Punch right after. Okay, and there is the game. Very, very beautiful. I like the opening strategy, CJ. That was really nice. But Medicham packs him up, bro. I knew it was the matchup to bring him to. Double Dark types into my Fighting type. Bullet Punch goes crazy in the matchup. Ooh! I was really scared of the Terrazarudo. Very interesting that you didn't bring it, but you put up a great game nonetheless. Thank you for having and sharing that battle with me. Go follow all the wonderful BBR-D coaches down in the description below. Go follow the owner and the admin staff as well. I'll put as many of them down in the description as I find and can, man. But that's been it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. This has been your boy Soulblaze, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video of the BBR-D, which is going to be next week. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace!